And we are off. Hello, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Anne. How kind. Thank you, darling. That's really kind of you. Thanks so much, sweetheart. I'm just going to do a quick audio check. Right. Seems okay. Let me just check the settings on my microphone. Yeah, that sounds okay. Let me know what the audio's like, and if it's okay, I'm going to get straight into this. Thank you again, Anne. That's really, really kind of you. Oh, little Sophie. Anne's little pup. Sophie's got to have an operation next week, so we can all wish her luck, and obviously I'll be messaging her beforehand. Oh, thanks, Anne. It's really kind. You're all right, darling. You're okay, Anne. You know, you don't have to be in here, but if you want to, you can. And I want to say thank you again. We've got Singlu Silver, Nicola Brinley, Bobby Simpson's here again. Grumpy, I'll give you a wrench in a minute, Bobby. We've got Cosmic War Toad, Alan Edgman, YouTube husband. This is for you. This stream is for you. We've got Hopper Stoppers. Hello, welcome, everybody. So we've got now. We're going to be talking about crop circles. Okay, hi Linda. And basically, now I thought this was done and dusted years ago. Okay, hello Herman the Tosser. I thought this was done and dusted years ago, that this had been debunked. I've always been suspicious of them. Hi, Yvonne. Now, because Alan Edge wanted this stream, I started researching crop circles, obviously, because that's what I do before I go live. And it's not as cut and dry as people think. And the more that they try and, hi, lovely jubbly, the more that they try and debunk it and say it's not real, the more I actually start questioning it. So let me just get into the live chat one tick. Still no red circle on my avatar to show that I'm live. Did anyone get a notification? Hi, Nicola. Did anyone get a notification? Let me know. Honest to God, they just keep on messing with this channel, and it makes me wonder what's the point, you know. Right, let me just do this. Again, thank you so much, Anne. That's so kind. Right. You know, George. Right. Thanks for coming in, Bobby. So we're going to be looking at crop circles. Now, I didn't know this, guys, because I thought this was quite a new phenomenon. And it's not. It's not new at all. So when you hear about them being hoaxes, now there is a lot of hoaxes. Oh, did you, Linda? I think the more I stream, oh, great, Yvonne. People were getting notifications. Great. The more we stream, the more YouTube will like it. So we have to keep regular streaming. So crop circles, hi, Nikki, are not a new thing. Now, I thought the first ones were in the 1990s. They actually weren't. A lot of them are fake, highly. A lot of them, I'd say about 98% of crop circles are man-made. Okay. And we're going to go through all the evidence. You're very welcome, Bobby, for and against. And then we're going to make our own conclusion. But from what I've found, the first ever crop circle was a very, very long time ago. Not only before they did Adobe, before there was even, I think, electricity. You'd be very surprised. So let me just find, okay, so I've emailed a load of articles to myself, as I always do. Right, just bear with me, because I'm going to need to find the article that shows when the very, very first crop circle cropped up. That was terrible, wasn't it? That was terrible, guys. Right, hit the like or the dislike. Won't be offended. Right, I think this article is going to blow you away. Now, it's quite an old one, so it's, you know, basic. You know what websites used to be like back in there. So just bear with me. So we're going to get some information. We're going to watch a couple of videos. Hi, Dan. Marco, is it? Marco's your name, isn't it? Hi, Candice. You should have just been honest, Dan, and said your name was Marco, and I wouldn't have been suspicious. Right, I'm going to give Dan a wrench because I'm not leaving him out. Probably trolling me, but what can you do? Okay. So this article here, like I say, it's quite an old one. We are going to be watching some videos and looking at some crop circles, but I just think this is a good place to start because you start at the beginning. Yeah. So this is called PSI Encyclopedia. Now, crop circles are the intricate patterns that sometimes appear spontaneously in crop fields have been attributed variously to human hand, freak weather phenomenon, ley lines, contacts with spirits, and visitations by extraterrestrials, don't you know? Okay. So as of this date, it was created in 2018, this website. The last update was February 2025, so it's up to date virtually. And the world count so far of crop circles is 2,300, and that's just the ones that get reported. So what I want to show you is this is really, really interesting because it talks about the early examples. So hi Carlos, I genuinely didn't realize how old this phenomenon was. This goes back to before photographs or anything like that. So this makes it more questionable that is it all by human hand. Hi Amethyst. So an early reference, okay, this isn't exact crop circle, but it's an early reference to a crop circle. Hit the like, guys, by the way. If you enjoy the content, it does helps the channel. An early reference to what is seen by some as a type of crop circle is a woodcut illustration in The Mowing Devil or Strange News Out of Hertfordshire, a 1678 pamphlet. Hi, Jules. This isn't when I was reading this, because I was ready to just come along and do this and think, right, I'm going to have to debunk the whole thing because I genuinely thought it'd been debunked. But no, it's not. Now, it isn't an identical. It says, however, this is unlikely to bear any relation. I beg to differ. It's unlikely to bear any relation to the modern phenomenon. The text concerns a farmer who makes a deal with the devil to mow his field. German folklore tells of crop circles made by fairy rings, probably caused by fungi growth. So they're trying to debunk this, right? But these are all links to hello, Memorial Gardens, Nathan Penny. You all right? In 1686, naturalist Robert Plot, what a name, Plot of land, isn't it? Reported rings of mushrooms and suggested they were caused by airflows. In 1880, British amateur astronomer, I can't say that, John Rand Capron attributed crop circles to weather formation. Again, this is all old. This is like 2 centuries ago, back to 4 centuries ago. Now, he says this was in 1880. The storms about this part of Surrey have been lately local and violent, and the effects produced in some instances curious. Oh, thank you, Alan Edge. How kind. He's gifted Rose, Shit Show, David Murphy, Sarah P, and Super Dave. Super Dave is sub to me. I had no idea. Blimey. Well, there you go. Where is Rose? I'm really worried about Rose. I've not spoke to her. Congratulations to those that have been gifted a membership. Well, thank you very much, Alan Edge. So the storms about this part of Surrey, right, I've read that bit, okay. So visiting a neighbour's farm on Wednesday. Let me just send this link, actually, before I forget, to Lucy and Jan, because I don't know if they've got it. Don't know if they know I'm live. Right, send it there. Just let me know in the chat. Did any of you know that this went back a lot further? I don't know whether any of you know about this, but I did not know this went back all this way. Again, thank you to Alan Edge. That was really, really kind of you. Yeah, no, I didn't either. Hello, Animal Auntie Bev. I genuinely, right? I've never researched this. Just sub to you, darling. I've never researched this much. So he says that he visited a neighbour's farm on Wednesday evening. Again, 1880. Yeah, none of you knows. Alan Edge does because it's his thing, isn't it? And he found a field of standing wheat considerably knocked about, not as an entirety, but in patch forming. As viewed from a distance, circular spots, examined more closely, they all presented with the same character, viz., whatever that means. A few standing stalks as a centre, some prostrate stalks with their heads arranged pretty evenly in a direction, forming a circle around the centre. And outside of the circular wall of stalks, which had not suffered. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but this puts a whole new light onto the crop circles. Hi, Larry White, Skip Donahue, DJ. Hi, who else is coming? I'm not missing one. This puts a whole new twist on it, because how on earth could this be fake? Now, again, there are loads of fakeries, and there's some people that have actually admitted to it as well. Now, the people that have admitted to it has now put it's like it's been debunked. Hi, Rick. It's been debunked now. So that's it. People like me who hadn't looked into it don't pay this any attention anymore. That's what they wanted. So, but this is why it's good to go deeper. Hi, Jan. You don't have to. I know you're not very well, darling, but I sent you the live just in case you wanted to come on, but there was no notification. So you don't have to be, I know you're not well, sweetheart. So present day. Now, the earliest photograph of a crop circle is thought to have been in Bow Hill near Chichester. I can't say that either. Chichester. Chichester. I got it. In 1932 was the first photo described by archaeologist Elliot Cecil Kirwan as one in which the barley was lodged or beaten down. Now, he wrote a letter to the 14 Times, found it as well. David Wood, AI's in the house now as well. David Wood reported that in 1940, he and some friends marked out patterns in standing cereal crops by running around in them. One of them then hit on the idea of making circles and other shapes using a length of rope. So he is the first one who made one. Now, during the 1960s, and just as well, the county of Wiltshire is the crop circle hotspot in England, by the way. This is where the majority of them are, which is another thing that makes me think that these are not man-made. Because if they were man-made, they'd be evenly everywhere. They wouldn't be centered in one area. Again, I'd say 98% are fake. So during the 1960s, hi, Stephen, the county of Wiltshire in southern England was the site of alleged UFO sightings. In the following decade, the area became a principal site for crop circles. Now, is that just a coincidence? First of all, you see lots of UFOs, and then you see lots of crop circles, yeah? So it looks to me like there is a link here. In the early 1980s, when I was born, the number of circles increased dramatically. Now, again, the 1980s, yeah. Again, it doesn't seem like it would be faked then. It's more like now you can you wouldn't think people would be running around in those days. Not many people had a camera. Nobody really had a video camera unless you were rich. So 98% are fake. I don't think so. Oh, they are. I've found countless examples, but we'll talk about this. I found countless examples of people making them, admitting to them. Most of them are not real. Majority of them are not real. But there are some that we don't know. Okay. Yeah, no drones as well. It was well news. How are you doing, Jan? Jan's really poorly, everybody. So she's been holed up in bed. She's missed us. Well, I don't know if she's missed me. She's missed you lot. Anyway, I was joking, yeah. Okay, so now the UFO sighting started, and then the crop circles. Now, in the early 1980s, the number of crop circles increased dramatically, with 112 reported in 1998 alone. Ah, we've missed you too. 305 in 89 and almost 1,000 in 1990. So they were really going there. They were really cropping up and people were taking photos. Different shapes, pictograms and exotic designs were produced. Now, again, I wouldn't have thought that 1,000 people would fake these, but I don't know. Here we go again with the Wiltshire, notably in Wiltshire. The X-Files came out in 94, I think, didn't it? 93, 94. So this was before then. So yeah, before the X-Files, before the what's it called now? Sightings movie with Mel Gibson, and I think Jacqueline Felix was in that as well. Great movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. I think that came out in like 2002 or something. So this was before that, before the X-Files. This was 1990. Okay. Hi, Julius. 1,000 pictures were reported. 1,000 of them were reported. So we've marked clustering near Westbury in Winchester and the Avebury area, and that's where the UFOs have been spotted. The circles grew in size, sometimes with smaller rings attached. Other symmetrical shapes included triangles and scrolls, and smaller circles referred to as grape shots, strewn as though emanating from a randomized celestial 12 bore. Hello, Refuse Nick Sean. 99. This now that they were out there, the X-Files was out there. 99. Hang on a minute, was Sightings 98, not 2002? Let me know, when was the movie Sightings out? Because that was all about the crops, wasn't it? And then he found a circle in the crops where the UFO was. Can somebody just do me a favor? I was right then, Janice. 93, 94, 93. I was right. Because somebody find out when the Mel Gibson movie Sightings, is it Sightings? When the alien walks past on the video. Thank you, Jan. Right, let me know, folks, please. Yeah, we've got some videos to watch, Nicola. I've got videos. I just want to give you a quick history of the things. Stick with us, guys, because we've got lots to show. Signs, that's it. What am I about sightings? What an idiot. Thank you. So I'm just giving you a brief history of how long this has been going on. So 99 was an exceptional year for crop circles. Let me know when signs was, please, if it was after this or before. A spectacular example, 400 feet wide, appeared in July in a field near Alton Barnes in Wiltshire. I know, Elsie, I got it wrong. Featuring 5 circles and shapes not seen before, including a dumbbell and a skeleton key. Now, this to me is fake. Just have a quick sip of my tea. I hope you're all well. What are you all drinking tonight? Hang on. Al's put the lid on. So now I can't get the effing lid off now. Oh, God. I hate it when it does this. I've done it. Right, what are we all drinking tonight? Let me know in the chat. I've booked the field tomorrow, so I'll be going there tomorrow as well. I'll probably do a little stream. Right, okay, so Pepsi, Dunbar and Murphy's tea, cranberry juice. Have you got a water infection? And poor night peeing. Yeah, I'm the same. I was right the first time, Jan, 2002. I'm really good with movies, you know, and stuff. I'm remembering. I've been right with that as well then. Coke, lots of Coke. Gin, says Susan. Hello, darling. So I don't believe that aliens would have done a skeleton key and a dumbbell. Don't know about you guys. Circles were seen in locations nearer to London and in other countries now. It's gone worldwide. US, Canada, Hungary, and Japan. As public interest grew, this is where I think things get faked now. Okay, water, says Herman the Tosser. This is where things are getting faked. Okay, so it says here. Experts referred to as croppies or seriologists publish books and articles proposing rival explanations. This is when I think there's lots of chicory and skullduggery coming in. So crop circles are generally unpopular with farmers, I can imagine, whose fields they damage. There'd be a lot of crop missing when that happened, wouldn't there? Matthew Williams was the first person to be arrested and fined for causing criminal damage, having made a crop circle near Devizes, I don't know where that is, in 2000. However, crop circles located close to the main roads have sometimes proved a profitable tourist attraction. So we're going to be looking into like different reasons given now. Again, we are going to be looking at videos shortly. I'm just giving you a brief overview. Human-made circles. Now, many commentators believe that crop circles are manufactured for amusement, as a means to fool paranormal believers or to demonstrate artistic flair in public. Hello, Slim. Akin to graffiti. Skeptics of paranormal interpretations point out that crop circles usually appear during the night and close to roads or tracks that provide access. Their appearance near cultural heritage monuments such as Stonehenge, Silbury Hill, and the White Horses, shapes etched in chalk hills, is also taken to be suggestive of human activity. The phenomenon was treated skeptically by authors Paul Fuller and Jenny Randalls. Fuller undertook a pilot study, I've been looking for the studies, in 86 to 7 to examine whether the apparent concentration of events in Hampshire and Wiltshire and the growing elaboration of the phenomenon might be due to the concentration of interested observers in that area, fueled by media attention. In 91, Doug Bower and Dave Chorley claimed to have created. This is what I'm saying. This is why we need to. Alan Edge, I know you believe in it all, but listen, yeah. These two people claim to have created approximately 200 circles in 78 using a plank of wood, string or a rope, and a baseball cap fitted with a wire loop to help them walk in a straight line. One of their circles at Cheesefoot Head, what a name, Cheesefoot Head, Hampshire, could be seen from the road, leading to newspaper reports. This encouraged the perception of hundreds of crop circles that followed were produced artificially. Projects to create increasingly complicated circles under difficult conditions were instigated by publications such as the British daily newspaper The Guardian and PM, a German magazine. The results indicated that phenomenon could be created by human agency, even in difficult conditions. When leading seriologist Pat Delgado and Colin Andrews maintained that the 1990, I can't read that, Etchell Hampton Formation was created by alien visitors, its creator, Mike J., assured them he'd made them himself. So people are coming forward and saying, I did that. Now, there could be two things going on here. It could be a case of they really did do that. And they're coming forward and saying, listen, you believe in this, it's fake. Or has someone paid them to say it was them because they don't want it getting out that there really is UFOs. It's hard to know when people are coming forward saying that's my work. We'll prove it, you know. So it's a difficult one. Now, in 1991, Juniper Television Equinox, remember that Equinox program broadcast its investigation of crop circles. An example created for the program by local skeptics was shown to leading members of the Centre for Crop Circle Studies. Yeah, and they're still going now. There's still people really heavily invested in this, but not as much now. Busty Taylor, what a name, Busty Taylor, and Terence Meaden, who believed it had non-human origins. The following year, Rupert Sheldrake and John Michael organised a circle-making competition in West Wickham in Buckinghamshire, offering a prize of £3,000 for the best result. So as you can see here, right, people are making them. It's turned into a bit of a media stunt. And people are very gladly making the crop circles, which to me suggests that a lot of them are fake. Okay. In 2009, a crew from National Geographic Television challenged a group of artists called circle makers. So there's loads of people doing them now to reproduce a highly complex pattern designed by a professor of mathematics at Imperial College London. The formation based on the circles of Apollonius, can't probably get that wrong, required making over 80 circles of various sizes. The group had to do this in a single night. So this is a test. I like looking at this because this is studies to see whether they can do it. Though the work took most of the evening, the circle makers were able to complete the complex diagram without mistakes, demonstrating that even the most complex formations can be made by a group of dedicated workers in just a few hours. So there's your proof that they can be made very easily if you know what you're doing. All right. And they're saying there without mistakes. Now, before you start getting stressed out, Alan Edge, we're looking at all the different scenarios. I'm not just debunking it all. We're now going to look at non-human activity, and then we're going to start looking at some videos. So believers in a non-human agency, like Alan Edge believes that, maintain that while many circles are clearly fashioned by hand, it does not follow that all circles, which is what I'm saying, are produced in this way, especially as, in their view, some are too large and intricate to have been created in darkness. As an example, researcher Andy Thomas cited a circle that appeared near Stonehenge in 1996, 915 foot high and made up of 151 separate circles. That's a lot. Thomas also quoted eyewitnesses who claimed to have seen crop circles being made amid an anomalous light and electrical disturbances. Ooh, spooky do. So we are getting into the paranormal now. Now, believers in the paranormal origin claim the flattening of corn stalks appears different to man-made examples. Eyewitness accounts of certain formations precluded human agency. Yeah. Large numbers have appeared worldwide in inaccessible terrains. The media prefer to report the obvious hoaxes and ignore the I can't say that, non-human activity, high levels of radiation and traces of magnetite point to a non-human origin in some cases. This is what I'm saying. I believe that some of these could be non-human. New age groups have also linked crop circles with ley lines and spirit contact. Now, weather, this is another reason what people say, weather and natural abnormalities. So the crop circles in terms of atmospheric physics. Now, I don't understand how that could happen, but there you go. As the effect of a plasma vortex, Meaden likened the phenomenon to ball lightning, but longer lasting and larger. He expanded his theories in later research to include ionization and electromagnetism. Physicist Stephen Hawking appeared to give credence to this view, writing in 1991 that corn circles are either hoaxes or formed by vortex of air. So there's lots of different theories, okay? Thank you for sticking with me as well to the boring bit, guys. I know you're probably all bored shitless. Sorry for swearing, because we want to get into the looking at them. But I just wanted to give you, I hope you can understand, I wanted to give you some background, you know, and the history of them and what people believe before we get into them. I hope you guys can understand why I'm doing it this way. I'm just having a quick drink of my tea. Right, so it goes on. Maiden's idea were taken up by Ralph Noyes, a senior Ministry of Defence official and an expert in UFO phenomena. He wrote, "If Meaden is right, who thinks it's all done by vortex and weather, our atmosphere is sometimes able to produce a short-lived but vigorously swirling disturbance with strong electrical properties." So this guy was a UFO expert and he worked at the MOD. A layman who grasps after the analogy of something between ball lightning and a mini tornado. Now, I don't understand how a mini tornado can make those sort of shapes in the ground. Depending on conditions, this transient energy form can manifest as a globe of light. This is what people are saying when they've seen the orbs, are saying that it could just be natural. Often associated with sound, it may be able to interfere with the ignition system of automobiles and perhaps to affect close witnesses. I find this utter tosh. That they're trying to gaslight the public who have seen these things with their own eyes being made. It's a natural ball of light. It's a ball of lightning in your face and it's turning your car on and off. Come on. It says it may be able to interfere. I've read that bit. Descending to Earth, it can make a crop field circle, these balls of lightning. Acting more vigorously, it may well cause violent circular damage at ground level. In short, a good meteorologist whose sole concern is to investigate crop circles has ended by describing much of the UFO phenomenon. So he's basically debunking the whole thing. Meaden's views were less enthusiastically received by Lord Zuckerman, a chief scientific advisor to the government, who criticised its unscientific mythology. I personally think that's a load of tosh. I agree with that. That's unscientific. Now, underground water has been suggested by dowsers and others as a possible source for the activity. Liken this to a dynamo that's caused the crops to collapse from effects of electrostatic field. Now, UFOs and radiation. The proliferation of circles in areas where UFO sightings are common has encouraged the belief that the circles are created by alien visitors. It is claimed the creation of the circles involves brief, intense bursts of low-level radiation, traces of which remain and can have effects on visitors to the site, including nausea, headache, feelings of fear or anger, tingling sensations, pain, and an awareness of some unusual type of energy. American researchers claim to have found abnormalities in soil and plants from English crop circles that appear to indicate the existence of short-lived radioactive isotopes of a type not present in the surrounding soil of the same fields. This is really interesting. So they're saying that there's ions found in the soil and there's radiation that shouldn't be there, that can't be there, but is there. So that entire article, all the sources, I've just finished, all the sources cited in that entire article are all there, look. So I'm going to link this because it is a really, really good read. Thank you for bearing with me while I went through that, guys. I know you're probably all bored now. But I really wanted to give you the history of it. So there's the link there to the article that we've just looked at. So There's a few videos I want to talk about. I want to show you. Hang on. Just bear with me a sec. And there is one with the orb that I found. I'm just looking for it now. Who's going? Who's going to bed? Just bear with me. So, not that one. I managed to find, and it's all here. I've just got to go through all the things that I've got. Oh, thank you, Jan. On iPad, so can do memberships next weekend. Ah, thank you so much, Jan. That's so kind of you. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you. Right. Thank you, darling. I'm just looking for this video. There's a video of orbs making it, and Alan Edge really wanted to see that, and I did find it. Right, so we're going to watch this footage now. Now, this footage was filmed. I don't know whether this is the same one that Alan Edge is talking about, but I've managed to find this video from 1996. How kind. Thank you so much, sweetie. Right, share screen. Right, okay, so this isn't great quality, yeah? So we've done the brief overview, and if you stuck with me, thank you. Thank you a lot, because I get you, you know, being patient. Now, this here is the only that I know of. Oh, God. I hate Twitter sometimes. Trying to make it as big as possible. In August 1996, hi Lilybell, John Whaley, a student, was this what you were talking about, Anne Ledge, recorded a short video film while camping in South England at Oliver's Castle that shows the creation of a crop circle shaped like a snowflake. So this is the only video that has ever been caught that we know of them being made, right? So we're going to watch this now. It's only what? Is it a minute or something? Minute and 11, all right? There's probably stupid music on it. I don't know. Let me just look. There probably is. Don't know. All right. Of course there is. I think I've seen this actually before. Right. Just hold on. I'm just going to start this again. I'm going to turn that down because I don't want to get a copyright. So this guy's camping in southern England, and he's looking over, and he's got a video camera. Remember, there's no camera phones then. I don't think anybody even had a phone then, unless you were rich. And he's looking across, and he sees these orbs. And I think that the person who said that he thinks it's natural by balls of lightning is really clutching at straws. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I think anyway. So here we go. I'm going to start this again. All right. Wow. Right. Professional video laboratories have certified that the film was clean. So you can see, I think I've seen this actually years ago. Look at them. So these are literally, you see them with your own eyes, these orbs making them. Now, if this was in today's day and age, I would have been a bit suspicious. I'm still drinking the last one, thank you. I would have been suspicious, but to be in 1996, I don't know how about you guys, but I think this proves that there's something going on. I think it's other beings. I don't think it's from outer space. The circle was confirmed, measured, and photographed by many researchers. That's the circle it made. I don't know, but to me, that's evidence that there are some real ones. I don't know about you guys. I'll be doing a poll at the end, what you believe. I don't believe that all of them are real. But there's too many people that have admitted, yeah, we couldn't afford a camcorder. Some of my family members could, the richer ones. Because there's video of me as a kid, which they feel right. Okay, so it's been confirmed by many researchers. I would love to find out who filmed this and if he's around still. Can you imagine interviewing him? How did they get the picture though? If that's what they made, how did they get that picture in 1996? Because there was no drones. See? Now, you can see them doing their thing. There's your proof, folks. There's your proof right there. Is that the one you were talking about, Alan Edge, the video? There's your proof that they can be made, that they were made, and there was no humans involved. And it's been proven that the tape is clean. The tape is clean. And the formations were real. I remember that, Bobby. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? I know you're saying that the government probably had drones, but I don't think the government would have had little balls of light, you know, going around in a field and making bloody crop circles. Don't know about you guys, but I don't think they would be doing that. Right, 39 watching. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Yeah, it wasn't, well, I don't know if it was seconds. It looked like it was nearly done when he started filming it, but so I don't know. That is pretty conclusive for me. And let's not forget the people that think that they're not real, right? None of them are real. How on earth did they get reported in 67? You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. What are people saying in chat? Let's have a quick look. And I just think that there are a lot of effort, like for someone to go and make them, that is a hell of a lot of effort to go to. For what? You know, but they've fallen out of favor now. Nobody really talks about them. Nobody's bothered with them. And lo and behold, they're not appearing as much, which again proves that most of them are fake. Now, this BBC article from 2023 says that new data, so they are still appearing, we just don't talk about them, that new data shows that Wiltshire, let me just put that big, hold on, that Wiltshire is the hotspot, which is what I was saying to you earlier. Here we go. So there's one there. That was Stonehenge Dronescapes Photography. The crop circle was discovered in Broad Hilton. We're going to look at some crop circles from 2023 in a minute, actually. There have been 380 crop circles recorded in the county since 2005, according to a study conducted by the founder of the Crop Circle Visitor Centre. Come on. You know, they're definitely making money off this. Crop circle enthusiasts attribute the record to the high number of ley lines, ancient pathways aiding navigation in the counties such as Stonehenge, which would make sense. There are lots of ley lines in that area. You do have Stonehenge. So, and there are ancient pathways. So, is that why the aliens are so interested? You see, that video of the orbs making them, I don't know about you guys, but I always thought that they were just a craft landing and leaving a perfect mark. I don't know about you guys, but what would be the point of two orbs flattening out crops? I don't get that. So it goes on, but skeptics believe they're man-made. Crop circles are unexplained design that appear usually overnight, often in fields of wheat and corn. Would if let's just say if they were real, would you not think that it's something could just landed there and left to squash? You know, what do you reckon, guys? Would that is if I had to if it was a UFO, that is what I would say, that something's landed there. There were many theories. You okay, my George? There were many theories about crop circle formation, included Earth energies, gravitational forces, and you're all right, dude, and extraterrestrial origins. For years, many people thought they were the creation of alien visitors until it was discovered that humans were playing tricks, which is why I said most of them have been debunked. There are obviously man-made ones out there, said the founder of this crop circle exhibition. But if you listen to eyewitness accounts, the unexplained circles have one thing in common. They were formed in minutes or seconds by an invisible source. There is definitely a mystery going on, but it's hard to label the source, whether it's extraterrestrial, paranormal, or just nature. She believed that the reason for Wiltshire's record number was the numerous ancient sites there. The county is so famous for those sites of heritage, and I believe the crop circles are attracted to those places. What a fantastic record to hold. The most recent crop circle, this was in 2023, occurred in Winterbourne Bassett on Pottern Hill on the 4th of June and the 7th of June. There's one here, 2019. My dad invented crop circles. So there's a video I want to show you, and it's from 2023, and it's showing you some crop circles that were made that year. Let me just get the screen up. Again, thank you everyone that's here. I know it's quite a niche topic, so it's not everyone's cup of tea, is it? Hopefully you can see that now. Let me know. You should be able to. Right, okay. Right, so this was the end of 2023, okay? And it's this guy says, as the 2024 season arrives, here's everything you need to know about crop circles. And then he talks about them. The authentic ones are created by this guy's really into his crop circles on Twitter, by the way. I'll share it actually. If you want to go and check this post out, you can. If you're on Twitter, you can follow this dude. He's proper into his crop circles. How long have I been on? Because I really don't want to be on long. Okay. Won't be on long tonight. So he talks about how he thinks they were created, spontaneous, upon arrival at a location, intended to provoke questions, can be coded with hidden messages. I didn't think of that. Can be used for energy transmission to and from crofts. I don't know what that is. Created by Pleiadians. I don't know what that is. It's some sort of alien race. I don't know. So it's a compilation here of crop circles in 2023. So we'll watch some of it. Probably watch all of it. Listen to what music it is. Look at this, folks. crazy, isn't it? Like, star system. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, to me, right, guys, like looking at that there. Take care, Jan. Thank you so much for coming in. Hello, Terry Knowles Band again. Thank you. I genuinely thought that if they were anything that were paranormal, it was something landing, you know, like a spacecraft or whatever, if you want to believe in that, landing and left that pattern. That's what I thought that they were, if they were going to be paranormal. But apparently orbs are making them. But why? Makes no sense. Look at that though. So this was a 2023. Speak soon. Have you heard from Lucy? I've not heard from her. I'm really worried about her. And Rose. I know, I agree, Linda. Okay, Jan, love. I agree. To say that none of these can be natural, or, I mean, you know, Wiltshire again, 7th of June 2023. Look at this, folks. Like, some of them, I agree, they're not real. Some of them won't be real. But there's no way all of these are fake. No way. What are them sticks in the middle of them? Look, are they just poles? Are they poles? And they've done them around them. You imagine all the effort you'd have to do into that. And then you think about the farmer's going to have cameras and stuff as well, in case anyone starts trying to. That's madness. I don't know about you guys, but the fact that they were first reported in the 1600s says a lot to me. Maybe cosmic war toad. All Wiltshire. Look at this one. Wow. Hopefully the music won't. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Nicola. Maybe a laser. In this day and age, you've got more chance of it being done by a laser or something, haven't you? Look at this one here. That to me looks real. That one, like something's landed there. Oh wow, this one looks real as well. Yeah, that one. I don't know about you guys. Let me know what you're thinking as you're looking at these. Do you think that this one looks real? Well, I don't know if you heard this the beginning of the stream, Sean, but they've done studies and they actually gave people that said that they could do them a really difficult, intricate design that involved like 21 circles, and said, all right then, if you think you can do that, and they could do it in one night, a group of dedicated crop circle makers. So there's your proof that they can be made by humans. I think most of them are as well, Lee, but not all. Like this one, look at that. That has taken just, I think that's real. Thing is, as well, you could go to all that work and no one even notices it, because unless you're flying from above, you might not even notice them. Do you know what I mean? especially in the 90s when there weren't drones or anything. Why would people do it? What would be the reason for going to all this effort? Like now you can understand people they wanna be famous. They want theirs to be on the TV or whatever. Interstellar Banksy, says Peter. It does. Look at that one. Oh my god, there's another one over there. Wow. What's that? There's a little bench. What's that? Guys, hold on. Did you see that? Hold on a sec. Just wanna pause it in a sec. July 2023, Winchester, Wiltshire again. Now, look at this. What's that there? Right, let me just do a screenshot on my phone. Let me just play it for a minute. Hang on. Right. Where was this? Did it say? Winchester. Has anyone heard from Rose Anderson or Lucy Panther? Because I'm getting really worried. Ah, it's too blurry, that. Looks like a grave. Yeah, I'm just wondering what it is. This here. Like, how random that piece of is that another one there? I'm guessing this is done by the farmer, these lines here, I'm guessing. There's holes in it there. Look, what's that about? Oh my god, there's people walking in it, look. Look, can you see this? There's people walking in it. Sod that. There, look, guys, look. What's that? Why is this piece of land here not part of the field, the crops? Do you not find this a little bit weird that they've just, unless they can't take these trees down for whatever reason because they're so old, they've literally cut this piece of land out and left that there. Let me just take a screenshot of that. Tram lines made by the tractor. I just find this intriguing. Like, why leave those trees and this here, whatever that is important enough to cut a hole out of your field? Do you know what breaks my heart as well about this is all of this part, all of England, almost all of England was covered in forests, and we ripped it all out for farming and agriculture. And I know we had to do it, but did we really have to do the whole thing? You know? There's so many ancient woodlands that we've lost now, but they are getting them back. Yeah, maybe it's a bog. But what's that then? What's that? Anyone know? Anyone from Winchester in Wiltshire? I just think this is interesting because didn't they say that they appear by ancient monuments and stuff? Is that an ancient monument is the question. Thank you to our members as well. Really appreciate you guys. I am working on content, like, as you know, I just haven't been able to go out. There's one thing after another. Right, 7th of July, Scratchbury. What the Scratchbury? Do we have any Wiltshire folk here who can confirm these are actually real names? Yeah, 90% woods. Look at that. Again, there's people walking in them, look. Wow. If you were a farmer, you'd be going nuts, wouldn't you? Yeah, there could be portals. Another thing is what people don't think about near Hitchin. Are you from this area then? Is that why you're so interested? I don't even know where you're from. I've never asked you. And how do the drones know that they're already there and that's why the drones are over them or what? 9th of July, and look, a Hampshire, this one. Let me just see if they appear anywhere else other than Wiltshire. Hold on. See if there's any by me. Right, hold on. Wow, that one. Right, I'm just gonna send this article for us to look at in a minute. Look at that. What people saying in chat. Right, I'm just gonna leave this running for a moment, while I just go and set up the poll. So I'm working in the background, but you guys should be able to still watch that. Oh, sorry. That's because YouTube was on. Oh, girl. Sorry about that. Wow, look at that one. That's mad, isn't it? That's crazy, that one. I'm looking at that whilst I'm doing this. Hi, Gina. I'm just watching some crop circles. Bloody dogs are asleep again. The little sods, they really are. They keep me up all night. Wow, look at that one. Okay, there's a poll going up now. If you can all get voting. If you're watching on the replay crew, and obviously you can't vote. Okay. But you can still let me know in the comment section what you think. So if you watch on the replay, let me know. Yeah, get voting. Get voting. Let's have a quick look at the answers. There's quite a mixed bag. 11 votes. Keep going, guys. Get voting. Get voting. So far, don't know is winning. Not by much though. Well, there's man-made, made by aliens, and weather-related. Think about it. If they're made by aliens, then they're not man-made, are they? There isn't any not in there. You've got man-made, alien-made, weather-related, or don't know. So you've got man, alien, weather. Don't know. If it's don't know, then tell me what you think. Obviously, an alien related, is not man-made, isn't it? Wow, look at that one. Wow. To me, that looks. Look at this, guys. Look at this intricacy here. How are we all doing, by the way, in the chat? All AI, Bunny. The thing is, though, Bobby, I don't think it is AI. These are real footage. People took photos before AI was invented. I don't know whether you've seen the beginning of the show, but the first recorded one was in 1667. And there's been people recording them all from then up till the present day. So I can understand current ones being what's this? I can understand the current ones being AI, but not the old ones. There's people in them again, look. And the thing is, people are they've done studies and they've found that the soil is radioactive, yeah, and that doesn't make any sense. And there's been ions found in the soil that don't belong in that area. So I do believe a lot of them are man-made, but not all of them. Right. So let me know if you want to watch. You've listened enough now, don't you? Right. So let me just get off this a minute. Now, when I just said to you guys, are they all in Wiltshire? Now, there has been reported in other places, and there's been one reported in Yorkshire. So let's have a look. Now, they never found out who it was. So let me just get this article up. Oh, Momo. I bloody hate ads. It really pees me off. Hold on. Are you still hearing the keyboard noise? I don't want you up there. Why do you do this? How do I get rid of some? There we go. Right, okay. Right then. There we go. Let's get this screen up where I used to live. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. Now, I've just had a quick gander to see whether there's been any in Yorkshire, for example. Mystery of crop circles on Yorkshire farm has been... Oh, it's been solved, not unsolved. I don't know what that is. Star dies due to birth complications. Celebrity chef dies after being hit by a rock. BBC legend. Everyone's dying. Another one. Pain in the arse legend dead at 65. How many people? Megastar confirms. Oh, split. I won't say dead then. Anyway. Okay, ignore that. So these crop circles appeared on a farm in Yorkshire. Oh, is this the video of it then? Hold on. I don't know if this is the video of it. Or this is just a random video of a cow. I think it might be a random video of a cow.
I'm John Kirby from Mr. Organic Dairying.
Yeah. Oh my God. What is going on? Let's refresh, start again. I don't want you on. For sake. I don't know how to get rid of this. I don't know how to get rid of it. Pissing me off. Look at it all, the spam. Go away. Right, I'm going to have to play that, and then the little dot will appear so I can get rid of it. Hang on. Just hold on. There we go. Right, start again. So this is in Yorkshire, and apparently they've solved it. So these crop circles appeared on a farm in Yorkshire, but the mystery of what caused them has been solved, apparently. Police have ruled out extraterrestrial involvement in the markings that have appeared on farmland near Todwick in South Yorkshire. It says here, Sergeant James Shirley from the South Yorkshire Police Off-Road Bikes team said the patterns have been caused by people on quad bikes illegally pursuing rabbits and deer at night. Sorry, I'm fuming. I can't even read that. I'm so angry why people do that. So apparently these here, they're saying that these have been made. The mystery of what caused them has been. How do they know though it's been solved? I suppose that isn't really very perfect, is it? Yeah, that does look like some idiot's been driving around. Hunting dogs, it's criminal damage, £1,000 worth of crops. We appreciate the gravity of seeing a few vehicle tracks heading to a field. Right, so the only one I can find, look at all this spam, it's ludicrous. The only one I can find in Yorkshire is done by morons trying to kill animals. Right, I know, isn't it depressing? Let me just see if there's anything else. Hold on. I just don't understand why they're all right. Okay, there's right. There's been some in Rotherham, Ilkley Moor, I'm just having a quick look now. I'm going to get them up. Okay, I just want to see whether there's any that outside Wiltshire. What's with Wiltshire? So Ilkley Moor. We've got. I'm going to get that up in a sec. Let's check on the poll as well. Let's see how the poll's doing. Make sure you've voted, guys. Yeah, so in 1991, 2 men came forward and said it was them, that they admitted it. So, what's this now? So sick of all these ads. Right, I find another one in Yorkshire. Let's get this up. Thank you for everyone who's here. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Again, it's a very bespoke subject, so not everyone's going to be interested. I'm intrigued, though. I'm really intrigued. What's this now? Oh, that's that image, isn't it? I can't really see that. Right. There's a couple of that's happened in Yorkshire that there's been no explanation for. So let's have a quick look. If it ever comes through, doesn't look like it is because it's been too slow. Right, while it's thinking about it, let me just have a quick look. Now, just while we're waiting for those emails to come through, I've just sent myself. Look at this one. Again, this is in Wiltshire. Look at this, folks. Wiltshire in 2010. Look at that. Like, how is that man-made? I'm sorry, but to me, let's make it a bit smaller. You should be able to see this. Let's see. Oh, for God's sake, why does it keep doing that? God. Look at that one. There's no way that's been done by a human. No way. Look at that. Let me just see what people are saying in chat. Hello, Rach, love. What do we reckon, guys? That's a cube in a circle. That, to me, is impossible to be done in one night by humans. Because you've got to do the lines there. You've got to do the lines there. You've got to cut out all of these. Cut them all out. Look at them all. Then you've got these lines. Then you've got the circle. There's just no way that has been done by... I agree, Cosmic. 2010 in Wiltshire. I think this is real. Like I say, I do think a lot of fake, but there's no way that this has been done by humans, in my opinion. Chess from the Middle Ages, says Terry Knowles Band again. So it is supposed to be a cube, isn't it? You can see it there. Have you seen this one before, Alan Edge? Chris Eubanks has written a book on ethics. If it's successful, he will follow up with more ethics. What's that got to do with crop circles? I'm confused. Anyway, that is astonishing. Just see what people are saying about it. Thought you were going to say Chris Eubank had written a book on crop circles then. This can't be real. I live in the UK and I'd have heard about this. This person says in 2024, but this was 2010. Is this real or Photoshop? This was in 2010. Link. Wow, look at this. Looks familiar. Look. Is that what you were talking about, Terry Knowles Band again? That one to me is pretty, yeah. Wow. I think that to me is the most real one I've actually seen so far. See what else. Let's have a quick look at the vote as well. Where's the vote going? Vote. Right. God, this is a mixed bag tonight. We've got our crop circles, man-made 26%, made by aliens 30%, weather-related 0%, and don't know 44%. So interesting. And if you don't agree with any of them, or you don't know, then what do you think then? You know, it was a joke. Alan Edge, I didn't understand it. You know me, mate, when I'm glancing at the chat, I'm not going to get too... It's difficult when you're streaming to read chat and read between lines. Honestly, it really is. God, these bloody dogs are asleep. AI, if you're listening, can you come and get these dogs up? But you've got some more here. Hold on. Well, I'll tell you something now. I've learned a lot tonight about bloody crop circles that I didn't know before. I don't know about you guys, but I have. Hold on. There's some more. And there's more. Right. So this is another video of a crop circle being made. Yes, I found another one. This was in 2020. An example of a kind of mothership recorded in Tijuana, wherever that, Mexico. MUFON case 109242. And it's got a YouTube link as well. But we'll look at the version on here because the YouTube will probably copyright me. And just see if I can make it bigger. Right. So... Now, this is apparently somebody making one. So there is another video of it being made. Let's have a watch, shall we? What's with the stupid noise? Is that supposed to be music? Oh, that's terrible. God. There you go, look. There's one. It's my George. George 79. My George. Oh. What is with the stupid music? Jesus. Now, I think they're saying that it's hovering over this land down here. And then the next one I'm going to show you, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Well, right. So, yeah, the thing is, it's healthy to be skeptical. I'm very skeptical. I do think there's more to it. So, contracted fully into a dish shape. It's around 100 foot wide and has levels at the top like a tiered cake that rise up and down. The 400 foot circular sections extend from the centre, which match the crop circle design. So, this was making a crop circle, is what they're saying here on this video. So this is what you've just seen, but it's close up. Okay, so there. Now I'd like to see the crop circle that this allegedly made. Do we get to see it? No, we don't. Right. Okay. What people saying in the comment. This is in 2020. All right. Right. So this is what it apparently made. This. And that's in Wiltshire. What? That was in Mexico. And this was the spaceship or whatever it was. I do think that we should do a stream on ley lines as well. The variations of this kind of mothership can also have 3 extending contracting sections instead of 2. So this guy here is looking at UFOs and then comparing them. Wow, look at that one. You see, that to me don't look real. Don't know about you guys. Can I read this? I know that's. I hate the way Twitter does that. You can't click on comments to read them. It just leaves you a space to leave a comment. I don't know why it does that. Anything else? Keep going with your votes if you don't mind before we end the stream. Yeah, ley lines. I think we've done that once a long time ago. See if there's anything else on here. So I think we've covered quite a lot tonight, to be honest. And I've covered, you know, all the history of them and when they were first recorded. I've actually got the original article here somewhere. Let me just get it up. Let me just see if I can find this. Is this it? No, that's not it. Hold on. No, it was basically is this it here? Hold on. Hold on, there's more. Hit the like, guys, if you enjoy the content. Dislike if you don't. Helps me to know what people like and what people don't like. Right, you should be able to see this now. Okay, let's try and make this bigger. It'll let me. Right, okay. So this is somebody here is asking about that mowing devil or strange news out of Hertfordshire. Is the title to an English woodcut pamphlet, which is what we were talking about, this pamphlet in 1678. And this is the first ever acknowledgement to a crop circle. Well, look, this is the actual pamphlet. Someone's got hold of it and got hold of a picture of it. This pamphlet and the accompanying illustration is often cited by crop circle researchers as amongst the first recorded case of crop circles. So I think I just wanted to show you this because I thought it were interesting. Oh, look at that. Look, see? 1667, The Mowing Devil, or Strange News Out of Hertfordshire. That's how they spelt it back then. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Being a time relation, that says, of a farmer who Benjamin with a poor, I can't read that, it's too difficult, but there you go. There's your proof that it was a real pamphlet, and there's the illustration that the farmer drew. So he's saying that the devil, read it here, titled The Mowing Devil. According to the pamphlet, that field, the night the field appeared to be in flame, next morning the field was found to be perfectly mowed, that no mortal man was able to do the like. This pamphlet and the accompanying illustration is often cited. So there you go, 1667. Crop circle researcher Jim Schnabel does not consider it to be a historical precedent because it describes the stalks being cut rather than modern crop circles record them being bent. Well, that's bloody stupid because in 667, you know, the wording might have been different to how they would word it today. Okay, so being cut might have been how they meant by saying being bent. I think that's being really picky, and that's semantics, in my opinion. Avihadro says, I live about 4 miles from where the Michael ley line enters the North Sea. That's part of the Michael and Mary ley line system that crosses the country from Cornwall. Another Yorkshire one appeared close to Castle Hill in Longgrass. It was spiral formation. Forget the year, probably late 90s. I'm just reading the chat. Oh, really, Avahadra? Are you by me then? Oh, really peaky. Well, if you're interested in crop circles, tonight's been a lot of information. I'm trying to read this. The devil should mow it rather than he. Oh, I can't read it. But look at this. This was like, what, 500 years ago, 400 years ago. And this man has drew a perfect crop circle with the devil in it. I find this fascinating. There was no cameras or anything back then. So I think that's pretty amazing. There were many circle phenomena that were in crops before the late 20th century. For example, witches' rings, which were actually a form of lodging to do with uneven nitrogen distribution in the field. Saucer nests, someone's saying here. I don't know. Pre-1978. What's this? Hang on. This. I don't want to click a link. Oh, it took me to a link. But it actually looks safe. It's part of Quora, so it's safe. Look at this, guys. Hang on. Just do this quickly and then I'm going to end it. Stop screen. Been going for an hour and a half. Okay. So this wasn't part of the planned one. I've just seen this now. Is there real evidence? Again, if you have a more plausible explanation, please comment. And it says, it started in early 1966 with George Pedley, a banana farmer from Uramo near Tully in far north Queensland, Australia. No, I can't say it. I can't help it. I just go into that song. He was driving his tractor. There's been quite a few in Australia, actually. He was driving his tractor past a lagoon on his property when he heard, in his own words, a loud, ear-piercing hissing above the noise of the engine. Of course, he thought he had punctured a tyre. So he stopped, but before he could check his tyres, he saw a flying saucer rising at great speed from near the lagoon. He was frigid with fright as he watched the saucer disappear into a puff of smoke. Puff, and it were gone. After investigation, Pedley claims the UFO had left a mark in the lagoon around 9 meters in diameter and in the floating reeds, which according to him looked like a huge bird's nest. Additionally, some of the reeds were fused together and swirled for some time in a clockwise direction. So here's the actual news article. Tully nests, no hoax, say farmer. So mysterious saucer nests could not possibly be man-made, despite claims by Britain's Corn Circle hoaxers that farmers constructed them as a joke. So this guy's in Australia. Tully farmers, Albert and Amy something, who own this farm where the first Tully saucer nest appeared in the 60s. Wow. So there he is. This is in 1966. Good year for England. Sat in the middle of his crop circle. You're talking about national? Who are you on about? 3-card brag. I forgot who I've put on. I don't think it's that one. So, you know, this to me is pretty good information. I just think there's so much info on this stuff. Right, the poll's going to end. So 34 people have voted. Thank you very much. And the poll has ended. 38% don't know. Made by aliens, 36. Man-made, 25. No weather. So don't know, just picked the aliens. Don't know, has it? Don't know, has it? Right, I'm going to end that there. I've still got lots of stuff to get through, the JFK files. Might do a call-in show tomorrow night. I don't know. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. These dogs, they're asleep again now. They wake up at about 1 o'clock and they'll start wanting to play. It doesn't matter what I do now, they won't wake up. I've kept them up all day in the hope that they were going to go to sleep on time. So I need to get them out of this evening nap thing they keep doing. Right then, thank you very much for joining me. So tomorrow night, I'll be tomorrow Saturday. I might do it tomorrow. Might do a call-in show with any spooky stories. I don't know yet because there's a few things I do want to talk about, that weird things in the news. So just bear with me while I make a decision on that. There's been an update in the Virginia Giuffre case. There's been a couple of weird things in the news I want to talk about. So we'll play it by ear. And then next week, I'll be doing a reform review of what I think is going on in the party and what is going to come of it. There's rumour that Nigel Farage is going to sort out the Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib situation. Watch this space. If you're into politics, it'll be on Penny for Your Thoughts. There'll be a deep dive next week for Timmy's pit coach. He's been asking me. The rabbit wins every greyhound race, Pen. Well, again, I can't stop yawning, sorry. Again, thank you so much to those of you who are who stuck with me for all of that. Can you imagine, Nicola, one appears tomorrow? I wonder if Lucy will ever come back and say something. 5 wage bet. So who's that? Sorry, 3 card brag. Let me just tell you who I put a bet on with. Hang on. I've got a tip. I haven't even looked at the race card. I just went by this tip. Why isn't it? I thought you normally get an email and you put a bet on. I'm just searching my emails and nothing's come through on it. Oh. Right, let me just tell you what I put a bet on. Hold on a sec. Let me just log in. So it's the 4 o'clock at so I'm really tired. I can't even speak. 4 o'clock at Aintree, and I put, it's only a bit of fun, isn't it? I never win anything. I put a bet on, where's he gone now? Open bets. Right, Meeting of the Waters, and I put a bet on 5 each way. If you go for Sky Bet, right, this isn't my tip, it's someone gave me this tip, and it was Meeting of the Waters. Now with Sky Bet, if you put an each way on, they're paying the first 6 spaces instead of 4. So if your horse comes in the first 6 spaces, you win. And at the time, the odds were 18 to 1, which I took. I don't like it either, Gina. I think they should get rid of all the jumps. Right, Meeting of the Waters is now at 20 to 1. So I wish I'd taken it now. I mean, I wish I'd not taken it anyway. Yeah, it's I don't normally do a bet, but I'm in a competition on YouTube. Someone's doing horses. So I entered it and then I thought I'd just pick my own. But yeah, it's too high. They shouldn't be any, you know, or just a little one. But it broke my heart at Cheltenham. It lost 2. Anyway, there you go, folks. So thanks for joining me. For those of you that are watching on the replay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hello, Bev love. Horse will fall in the water. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? You haven't done a flutter for years. Yeah, I do the odd lottery, but you know, who doesn't? I don't do a lot though. Nice if one of us could win the lottery, eh? All right then, guys. Take care. Good night. God bless. Duck race is better. It is, isn't it? We might have to start doing some members competitions, and the duck race can pick the winner. What do you reckon? Let me have a think about that. Right, night, guys. Lots of love. Good night. God bless. And I'll probably see you tomorrow or Saturday. I'll see. One or the other. Because I've been live yesterday, today. I might wait till Saturday. But either way, thank you so much. Hit the like, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.